me, miss. You dropped this.
Oh, I can't believe I almost lost that. Thank you.
Emery Stone. Wait, you're not related to Robert Stone, are you?
He's my brother. Do you know him?
Yeah, I work with him. I thought you looked familiar.
Oh, I see. I didn't catch your name.
Miles. Middleton.
Miles, it's Sammy. Yeah, I'm down at Fabric. I saw Annabelle. She was all over some fucking twat. I never got to see who it was, but she left the club with him. I'd want to know if I was in your place. You'll phone me later. I'll be around.
Mum, what is it? It's 7:30 in the morning.
It's your brother.
What's Robbie got himself into this time?
I'm down at the hospital. Robbie was mugged last night after he left a nightclub.
Is he alright?
Yes, he's going to be alright. He's going into surgery within the hour to repair his jaw. Luckily he was wearing his medical ID bracelet.
Did he say who did this to him?
No, he said they were two guys he'd never seen before.
I'll come straight over. What hospital is it?
St Bart's, but can you make a detour to his job? He said that's where his backup identification records are.
Alright, I'll be there as soon as I can.
I love you, Anne-Marie.
I love you too.
What are you doing here? What's wrong?
Where were you last night?
I told you I was with Valerie. She's been having a tough time at work, so I took her out.
Don't lie to my face. I called you like 9 times. Where were you?
Do you not have ears? Do I have to repeat myself 20 fucking times? I was with Valerie. Anyway, my phone died, so that's why I didn't answer.
You are so full of shit. I called Valerie. She said she hadn't seen you, so where were you, Annabelle?
Do you know how difficult it is to be in a relationship with you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you haven't invested in us for months now. Every time I see you, you don't even bother to ask how I am. Look, you clearly don't want to be with me, so let's just say it's not working.
Oh, yeah. You're right, it's not working. I call you, and you don't even tell me where you are.
Look, I didn't want to do this to you. I'm sorry. But every time I try and break up with you, you get suicidal.
I'm not suicidal.
You know I hate confrontation. I can't believe you just showed up here like this. I guess it's the perfect time to tell you that I've been seeing someone else. Practically everyone knows about it. It's just you. You're a bit slow on the uptake.
See, why didn't you just tell me that up front? We didn't need to have this ridiculous conversation. You know what? You want to see someone else? Fine. It's over.
Yeah, we're through. Oh, and maybe we could be friends after all of this, I'm so glad this is finally done.
Hey Sammy, it's Emery.
Emery, what's going on? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry to call so early, but Robbie got mugged last night and he's in hospital.
Shit. Is she okay?
Yes, he's going to be fine.
How'd this happen?
I don't know. He was coming out of a club somewhere near Farringdon and he got jumped on by two guys. He didn't see their faces.
Did you say Farringdon? Robbie told me he was going out of town for the weekend on business. He sent me an SMS that he'd arrived in Paris.
That's weird. Actually, the reason I'm calling, I'm just on my way to the office now to get some forms for him. Would you be able to go down to St Bart's and wait with my mum until he comes out of surgery? I'll be there as soon as I can.
Of course, yeah. I'll leave now.
Thanks, Sammy. I'll see you later.
Emery, listen, yeah. Everything's gonna be fine.
Excuse me, miss. You dropped this.
Oh, I can't believe I almost lost that. Thank you.
Emery Stone. Wait, you're not related to Robert Stone, are you?
He's my brother. Do you know him?
Yeah, I work with him. I thought you looked familiar.
Oh, I see. I didn't catch your name.
Miles. Middleton.
Oh, yeah. I think I've heard your name before. Aren't you friends with Sammy?
Yeah, I know Sammy. How do you know him?
Well, he's basically my brother. Him and Robbie have been friends since we were kids.
Yeah, Sammy's crazy. You should have seen him last weekend. Listen, I don't mean to pry, but, why were you so afraid to lose the letter?
I've applied to intern at Chicago Magazine over the summer, and this letter tells me my fate.
What do you want to do there?
I want to be the next Frank Bruni. He's a food critic. I want to travel and eat the best things this world has to offer.
Why haven't you opened it yet?
I'm too scared to do it myself. It could change my whole world. I know we've only just met, but would it be strange if I asked you to do the honour of opening it for me?
Sure. Better that you know now, right?
Well, don't leave me in suspense.
Dear Miss Emery Stone, we regret to inform you that due to the large number of applicants, you've been accepted as the newest intern of Chicago Magazine.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, don't play with me like that.
Hey, look, we should celebrate. Can I take you out to breakfast? We can call Robbie too.
Oh, we don't need to call Robbie. Oh, shit. I completely lost track of time. I was just on my way to the hospital. Robbie was in an accident this morning.
Oh, that's terrible news. What happened?
He was coming out of a nightclub and two guys jumped him and got beaten up.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did the authorities know who's responsible?
No, Robbie didn't see any of their faces. Look, I'd love to. But first I've got to go see Robbie, see how he's doing. Hey, you could come to the hospital with me and we'd go after?
I'm not very good with hospitals.
I'm sure Robbie would love to see a friend from work.
But for Robbie, I'll make an exception. So tell me about your brother.
Me. Is everything we agreed on in order?
Yeah, the whole thing will look like a robbery.
Don't kill him. Just make it hurt. Mr. Stone just needs to feel the message.
We'll be in contact.
I'm here to support primarily the young men and women who are out here doing something that I did a long time ago, and in a different case for a little different reason, but not much. It's still a military-industrial complex that we're living in, and they need to hear this.
In order to have a true democracy, people have to be more proactive and get more involved themselves. If they don't like the politics that's happening, they need to start their own political parties or join one and see what the process is really like and go on from there.
Well, I'm here, I'm getting off of work. I'm just actually out here, you know, just watching basically these guys juggle and listen to a few of the messages that's out here right now.
The main outcome I hope that happens is that this just keeps going, that more people know and become aware of the different problems that everyone, the middle class, the students, the teachers, the moms, the dads, the people who aren't being heard. I hope that everyone finds out about that and can participate in this huge movement that we're a part of today.
They're making laws based on prejudices. You can't say, well, let's cut this because we think they're lazy. Or these people have no idea, like there's real families attached to these laws. And they're just checking our livelihoods off just as fast as they can. And they keep balancing the budget on the poor, even me.
I'm here to keep an eye on the police today. During the protests so far in New York City and Washington, D.C., there's been a lot of police brutality. I'm with the group Communities United Against Police Brutality, and I'm here just to document anything that happens, conflicts that happen between the police and people who are here protesting.
One of the major goals of this is to be able to change the conversation about what's happening so that we can actually shed light on the fact that there are people that are profiting off of other people's misery. There are people that are profiting off of communities getting poorer and poorer and infrastructure getting destroyed and not being rebuilt.
A bank is too big to fail, then a human being should be too big to fail. If you can spend $700 billion to bail out banks, then why can't you do that to bail out an entire population of people?
And it seems to be getting significantly worse through things like the repealing of the Glass-Steagall Act and etc. They've allowed that top 1% of the nation to really consolidate wealth in a way that isn't fair to the rest of us, and considering that they are profiteering on a lot of work that everybody else is putting into it, I think that's just something that we should be re-examining.
My hope is that the government is going to wake up and realize that and stop trying to keep on taking, the fruits from our labor and giving it to themselves. The richest 1% in this country hoard all of the money and the wealth, and they keep taking from poor and working folks.
I want to kind of stand up and get my voice heard, and I want to show that, that I'm unhappy and that I want change to happen. I'm not happy with the way things are right now.
Lots more people are starting to realize what's happening, and a lot more people are getting attention. I think that's the main thing right now is to get attention of hey, we're here, we have a voice, we matter, what we're saying is important, and you should listen to us.
People shape places. They're the biggest part of what helps us map our journeys. We listen to stories and share experiences with those we encounter in our travels, and through this interchange, alter our respective perceptions and, as a result, our communities.
I think you just can't read what you learn on the streets and the foods and, being in someone's home that it lets you in and you see how they live. It opens your heart and your soul, actually.
I guess just gave me peace of mind every time I left the city. And I came back and I had a better appreciation for the people that I had here and my family.
When you travel with someone, you see sides of them, you see what they're like when they're hungry, you see what they're like when they're poor, you see what they're like when they're tired. I mean, you really get to know a human being when you travel with them because you're with them 24/7, you know. So I appreciated getting to know people for better or for worse, you know.
The different type of communities that live in that city help you understand how that city grows, how that city improves and changes.
How we service each other is just as important as whether you make big change around the globe. Like, we overlook each other thinking that the attainment is elsewhere. The attainment is within.
For me, traveling has uncovered a vast array of valuable insight. It has allowed me to better know myself and how I relate to my surroundings. It has taught me to reflect upon my relationships with every person I meet, however briefly, and it's inspired me to search for meaning.
We'd gone to a lot of temples in Thailand. One right after another. That's like their museums, I'd have to say. That's where their culture is. And I kept getting on my knees, and I wanted that feeling to go away. I mean, it was sort of like it was empty and hollow and cold right there. And it happened to be, there was someone kind of in my space, and I looked up, and it was a monk. And they don't usually touch you, or a lot of times don't speak. And he had his hand on my head, and I looked up, and it's very unusual to have tattoos, which I have tattoos all over my body. I feel your pain, and it's going to be better. That's all he said. And I swear to God, it got warm in here. I felt a connection with him as a human being, him as a spiritual guide. That was always said to each other, but it actually just, it changed. It was wonderful. Yeah. It's not what people say, it's how they maybe say it.
While we leave footprints on the places we visit, those places leave imprints upon us in return. Travel to me undeniably leads to change. Whether or not we travel with the intention of finding or creating it, change will arise.